Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all doing well. Now if you did not know, I went live on my YouTube at 12 noon today, part of a much bigger craft festival, and the videos are still going strong. They are still going live throughout the day up until midnight, 1 o'clock tonight I believe. But this is my video from the live today. I figured I would download it and actually re-upload it in a much shorter version with the finished results, because one thing that did not happen in the live today, I did not get to de-mould because we ran out of time. I honestly thought 1 hour would be enough. It wasn't, because it just wasn't. I don't know, I really thought I'd get there. As it happens, they were ready to de-mould about 2 minutes after my live ended. So you will have already seen the photos on my Instagram. I've already posted photos of the de-moulded product on my YouTube channel, but here you get to see the actual finished product in all of its entirety. And yeah, I hope you enjoy. I have reduced the video down from the 1 hour live down to around about 10 minutes. So I hope you love it. This mould was sent to me by Moulds and Shapes in the Netherlands. Oh my goodness me. The most incredible mould I have ever had for Christmas. It is the most perfect bauble tree decoration mould. And I knew immediately I wanted to make Christmas pudding. Now it was really only this morning I learned Christmas pudding is not a thing in the USA. So I know there were a few people watching the live who had no idea what I was making, but these black dots are representative of the raisins. There's lots and lots of fruit packed into Christmas pudding. The white is the cream over the top and the black is the raisins in the center. Now I used piping bags and I used a small squeezy bottle to get all of this in. It was so fiddly. And the hardest part was because I was live, everything just felt harder because I was doing this live to over 90 people that were watching. Honestly, I've never had that many people in my live, so I was, as soon as I found out there were over 90, I was shaking internally. I'm not even being dramatic, I promise. The one thing that you have to think about with Jesmonite when you're using piping bags and squeezy bottles like this, it tends to set at the point of exit. So if you cut your piping bag and you use a bottle like this, it tends to start to go hard at the exit, so you have to keep on going back in and clearing it so that more can come out. But you really don't have long with Jesmonite. I probably had 5 minutes to pour and do all those dots. Really not long at all. This is about 10 minutes later. Vincent, who was my earworm, go check him out, I'll leave him linked below. He did an incredible job of helping me and he was setting timers for me so that I knew how long to leave it. Of course, typical Claire style, I did not make enough because I've never used this mould before. I didn't measure it prior. I just went for it out of, having not done it before. So I do actually make up another batch for that 6th bauble, which turns into a completely different colour. It's really hard to match Jesmonite colours, I'm not going to lie. So a bit of a shimmy and a bit of a shake and it was time to de-mould. This is the part I missed off of the live. So if you did see the live, this is the part that you should have seen. But we ran out of time. So when you're using Jesmonite, I would honestly recommend you peel the mould away from the Jesmonite. Don't try and lift the Jesmonite out of the mould, because at this point it's still very fragile. It's been around 30 minutes at this point and you just need to be careful. So it's easier to peel back the silicone mould, leaving these gorgeous puddings. I was so happy and equally sad because I was like, oh man, everyone's missed it. But it was fine. I posted photos, like I said, I posted photos on my Instagram and on my YouTube channel, so you guys would have seen the results. I'm not keen on that 6th little one, and actually that ended up breaking. I think maybe I put too much pigment in, or that was the last one to be poured, therefore it was the weakest. Sadly, I lost that one, but hey, these are gorgeous. I'm loving them. And I knew at this point I wanted to add holly and berries, and there was no way there was going to be time to do that in the live. So here we are. Another piping bag, Jesmonite in its full mixture, 1 to 2.5 ratio. Green pigment to the colour that I really liked. And I am working fast. This is where my heart is racing because I know this is taking time. And that's one thing you don't have with Jesmonite is time. I also didn't want to add retarder because that would make it more runny, and I don't want it runny. I want it thick. So you can see here how it starts to block the exit. It starts to block it. And so you see me kind of going back and forth, like, you know, trying to release it from the end of the bag and then coming back in to do some more after. So all I really did was just grab the end of the bag with both fingers and just kind of pull so that all of the dried up bits were coming out. So it's fiddly. I'm not going to pretend that it's not fiddly. It is fiddly. It's truly heart attack inducing because you know you don't have much time. But at this point it was coming out thicker and I was like, I really didn't want it that thick. Having said that, guys, I am loving them. I am really happy with the way they came out. They came out pretty much as I wanted them to. There's no real disappointments here, you know. If I did this again, I think I would make, if you look at clip art Christmas puddings, they've got that really stereotypical cream that drips down in long drips. I'd like to try that if I do this again. I think I will probably do this again. I'd like to try that kind of really drippy cream and see what that looks like. But here we are with the berries. This is about 10 or 15 minutes later. I'm adding the berries on, same method, using a piping bag, and you can see I am struggling. It starts to cure again as it's just coming out of the bag, so I'm kind of very, very conscious at this point that I am running out of time and the berries are kind of going everywhere. I'm not gonna lie, I wanted very distinctive round berries, but I had to let that go. I had to get that out of my mind and figure something else out, and you will see in a moment which route we went down, and I think it really, really works. Well, let me tell you about my day. It was at this moment we had a power cut. We had a power cut. I don't know. I was just filming. I went to kind of clean up some things. There was no hot water. I was like, what's going on? Turned the light on to check the boiler. No lights. Honestly, you could not make it up today. You really couldn't. You couldn't make it up. We have not had a power cut in years. And I mean 6, 7, 8, 9 years. Nothing. And we went outside. The whole street were out. Have you got... Yeah, everyone was out. So it was a fun but not so fun half an hour. And here we are. All the power came back on. I had to come back upstairs and finish this off. And of course, the light has faded. So I've got my little lamp on. And I hope you absolutely love the results. I used a white Posca pen to highlight the berries, a lighter green Posca pen to add some detail and some veins. Yeah, nothing fine art here, guys. There's no fine art here whatsoever. But I think it adds, because they're very graphic images anyway, so it really adds to the graphic image. And yeah, I love them. I love them so much. I am toying with the idea of gloss spray varnishing them tomorrow with the gloss spray that I have. Might do that. I'll see how I feel tomorrow. But yeah, here we are. We're just finishing off, and then I decided that the bit at the top, the loop, it needs to be gold. So I am using my favourite gold pen to highlight the loop in gold, and I did this to all of them, but then I decided actually I want to do the whole outer edge in gold, and I ended up not only doing that top loop that you see, I did the sides. After I did the sides, I figured I might as well do the entire side of all of them. And this is what you see me doing here. It really is, sorry about all the wobbling and the, yeah, I was in such a tiz after the power cut, honestly. It made me wonder if I was prepared for another, do you know what I mean? I think I'm going to buy some candles and some more lanterns, just in case this is a sign of things to come, who knows. But here they are, all done with the gold edge. I Love them at this point. Now I'm going to put some white ribbon on mine, but I don't know, I might actually get some red. I think red would look gorgeous. But here they are, all done, finito in there. Yeah, absolutely finalized. I hope you love them as much as I do. Thank you so much if you were in my live. Thank you so much if you're watching this version. I really appreciate you all, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.
Thank you.